Hey, how's it going? Well, I went cross-eyed, more cross-eyed for a second there. Hi. I just had such a weird day. Well, I guess I should speak up. I had a weird day or a weird feeling day. The day was actually pretty normal, except for I was gonna say the unsummerness of the day, but actually, since the climate has changed so much here, since I moved here, it I was gonna say it reminds me of somewhere else, but I think it just owns it here. And the it I'm referring to is the cloudy muggy. And I'm not a person that's particularly bothered by mugginess because I've lived in Houston, and it was like walking through wet paper towels, but um, there was always air conditioning and a pool, so I didn't mind it too much. I mean, really, for me, hot is just hot. Doesn't matter if it's the condensation or the precipitation is coming out of you or landing on you and coming out of you, because that happens too. But boy, I'd hate to be down there right now when they're having these, what is it, heat bowl situations where it sounds like this thing that I always hated growing up in LA, where you take a shower because you're just disgusting and hot and sweaty from after work or before work, and you come out of the shower and you're drying yourself off and you're already sweating again. It's like, ugh, hated that. So I am not thrilled that this heat phenomena is happening because it's not that hot and it's not raining. Um, it just there's morning burn off until like 2 in the afternoon, and it's just I guess I just have to accept it. That's just gonna be the way it is, I suppose. Anyway, I pulled two cards, one from the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck, number 31, and it's in the hand. The universe is your partner. So that above that hand figure there, there's a golden area, and it looks like well, it's shining light down onto the hand, so it's hard to say. Like it could be. I'm gonna never mind. Scratch all of that. It's hovering there, and the hand is there to catch it, and so the hand I think is spirit, and I think that this is any one of us. It's sort of heart shaped, and maybe there's some other stuff going on in there like that I see, but I will leave it to the beholder to pick out whatever they see from the image. Um, but it seems to be just like you finally can give in to the pursuit of your wildest, fondest dream and not worry about, it not going the way you wanted or it failing or, just like dispensing with all of that kind of, um, like if you want it to happen, don't think about it not happening. Don't think of all the ways to, cut the legs out from under yourself. Just throw caution to the wind, let go and let God, whatever phrase works for you, but just concentrate on the thing itself and don't worry about all the exterior stuff that could or would happen. Like, stay in the moment and do what you're doing. Like, don't distract yourself from this creation that you want to succeed so bad you're trying to find ways that it could fail. Like, don't do that second part. And that's what I get from that. But the hand, yeah, the hand I think is spirit because of the light which I associate with spirit, the white gold light. And this golden or orangey, I kind of feel good about that color. I'm not sure why, but I thought that the sentence in the hand is a little weird, because immediately what I thought when I saw it was, leave it in God's hands. The let go, let God business. So, yeah, that. I'm going to read from what the guidebook says about it. In the hand, feeling secure, taken care of, the universe is your partner. Something amazing happens when you contemplate your intimate relationship with your higher power. How do you engage it? Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of your religious background, or you may have been exposed to other ways of making that connection real for you. It doesn't matter the source of your understanding. What matters is that it works for you. For example, if you believe in a punitive God, you will be afraid of punishment for your transgressions. If you believe in a version of a higher power that blesses you, you may find it easier to surrender to a relationship of radical trust. Right now, if you imagine relaxing, curled up in the hands of the divine, how does that make you feel? Can you then turn over your needs and desires to that higher power and trust that you're safe and secure and don't have to do anything at all to feel that way? Grace is activated in your life now. You're in good hands. Your work, family, relationships, home, everything. You've done all you can, so now is the time to rest and recharge instead of producing, doing, acting, strategizing. A hot tea, a good book, a soft blanket are in order. It's kind of funny because before I pulled the card, I was just sort of hanging out companionably with my little cat friend, and making myself some tea, and I kept thinking, tea, thee, and me, just over and over, and I was like, okay. Sometimes I still don't realize what's happening, but that definitely was the feeling that I was having this morning, and I think it would be a relief to just let go of all of the things weighing you down, or responsibilities or something like that, and just be into whatever your desired pursuit is, like the thing that you really want to finish, like more than your 9 to 5 or something like that. That you can do and just lose yourself in, lose time, and then when you come back to awareness, you have something that you've created or co-created with spirit that just blows your mind. You're like, wow, how did I do this? Oh, I guess I know how. Thank you. Thanks for the help. And that is that's good. Like, if you say you're writing something, and I'm going to give you an example of something I have sort of run into, and it was that I'm in the process of something that I'm writing, and then I know where it's going to go and what it's supposed to do, but then I just get out what I have to say, what I know I want to say, to a point, and then it's just kind of like bumping into really, really super strong see-through plastic wrap, because I know what I want to do, I know where it's supposed to go, but when I go to set it down on the page, I just am running into this like barrier, and it's like I could see on the other side of it, like that is what I want to do, that is where I want to go, but I'm just kind of, the mood to write leaves me, and then I'm just like, well, wait a minute, what are you doing? It's unsettling because it's fiction, and that's not what I normally do, and it's kind of intimidating. So I don't know, I'm a little bit like I'm all nervous about it. So but you know, it's like it's already there, so there's nothing to be nervous about. It's just like I feel like a minor setback, and obviously a sort of a hint, you know, you need to pay attention to something else for the moment. And sure, okay, I I've been feeling like weird. I think I said that already in the beginning, and super congested, like always congested, but it's ridiculous. And I know that I've gotten a lot of downloads lately, and that kind of like stops traffic in my brain. So that's probably what the what the plastic wrap barrier is about. Like I have to just stop and sort of intake and catalog what I got, I guess. But I feel like kind of thick. Anyway, another thing that I got, like, actually the first thing I got when I pulled that card out was Miracle. And I guess, really given what all I just said and the co-creation, then when what you have comes out that's good and you feel not just good but great about it, but you know, like a feeling of completion that you accomplished what you were after, that's incredibly fulfilling. And then if you think it looks great, or you know, whatever the perception is that's positive, and other people do, then it's just like well, you know, you're scoring a point every time, whatever whatever that sounds like to you. For me, it's a bell, a chime. So, yeah. Anyway, and then I pulled a second card, and and it's hot. No, and it's from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, and it's the unicorn card. And after I pulled the first one, and it was all Miracle, and I was like, okay, well, that tracks. Because like even in the book on these cards, it says that, it says like it's kind of a representation of spirit. I'm just like kind of amalgamating what I got out of it. It's very like a C.S. Lewis kind of, you know, not description, but I don't even know the word that I'm trying to say. It's under unicorn in the book, and it's lines of words, and it's sentences and paragraphs. That thing. But it talks about how, you know, the unicorn is thought of, this is the book, not me saying this, is thought of as an elusive a thing to behold in reality as spirit or God, because God is the thing that everyone's always, does it exist? Does it not exist? Is it a he, she, and it? You know, there's all this questioning about it, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's actually encouraged by God, Spirit, the Creator, etc. The nothing for the atheists out there. But it is the thing that you can't like reach out and hold in your hand, and so the card phrases it as when this card appears. But you know, imagine, and you have to pretty much, imagine that you actually saw one of these. What would you think? That is the question that's also in the book. Um, it's I was gonna say it's not quite real, a unicorn, but it is just not. I guess not just in this dimension, or we're just unable to perceive the dimension that it is in. That's probably right on top of, and more or less in the same one that I'm in. I'm just staggering around blind, but you feel stuff, and that can be so many things, but maybe you just know when it's like the feeling of the unicorn because of what's happening around you. Like maybe the situation you're in is just so unbelievable. Like, I can't, well, how did that just happen? Like, I thought it was bad, and then someone walked in and turned the tables on the scene, and was gone in a flash. I was like, where was that? Where'd that person go? Oh my gosh! So, like, I'm kind of paraphrasing an experience that I had, but maybe the feeling of the unicorn is that feeling where, like I just described, like you just are in a situation and some beautiful person or event comes along that just saves your butt, like, or helps you save your child from major injury, or just comes in at that moment where you're about to be really desperate, and it's like, wait, hold off on that. I will step in for a moment and help you, and then blow your mind and disappear. It's like, I kind of imagine that would be a unicorn feeling experience. And it's not too far off from letting go of your earthly concerns to accomplish something that requires a special sort of attention and devotion, where you don't want to be distracted or sort of darn it, well, the word always jumps right out of my head. Slightly poisoned. You don't want your thoughts to be tainted is, I guess, as close as I'm gonna come to what I wanted to say. That's okay, it gets the point across. So I'm going to go because I can't breathe and I'm having a hard time talking. But I feel like I said what needed to be said. So thank you and good night.